Let us no longer hold ill feelings in our hearts. The crown cannot stand strong if the house of the dragon remains divided. But set aside your grievances. If not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man, who loves you all.
Let's talk about the Last Supper.
Oh my God.
Sapochnik and Condal, we've learned in the materials around the episode, cited the Last Supper as inspiration for the scene. A group on the brink of betrayal. We initially glimpsed, this is another visual that we had seen heavily featured in the run-up to the show.
Yeah.
Alicent and Rhaenyra with this gap between them, this space that Viserys has left between them, of course, makes us think of the image of them nestled close next to each other at the Sept at the beginning of the season, the way that this divide has widened between them.
It's also straight out of one of the drawings in Fire and Blood. Like there's a few times where they've sort of essentially recreated a drawing from Fire and Blood, and this is one of them. So
they look
they
don't
more
look sad here
bitchy.
than than totally evil.
super bitchtopia in that drawing in the book, but yeah, they look really devastated.
Boy, Viserys
you already mentioned
brought in here. Thankfully carried in this time. He's made his big long walk. Now we can get some help. Mercifully, this is where we get the prayer and the Daemon die roll, Joe.
So good
during the Vaemond call out.
I sent you video of it. I loved it so much. I just think it's incredible. I need to make a gift of it just so that I have it.
You should.
But like Viserys takes the mask off.
Yes. The full Anakin Skywalker. Except it's not Anakin Skywalker beneath Vader's mask. It's Harvey Dent. A real mashup of our various nerd culture passions here.
We can't quite see his teeth from outside his
We
cheek,
do get some jaws in you, so that's nice. Well, that's always appetizing at the dinner table.
Yeah. Otto's like, it's the morning. No time for sinew. Anyway, a lot of people have noted that the rotting half of Viserys' face is on the high tower side of the table.
Yes.
But I think what's important is that the armless side is on Rhaenyra and Daemon's. So it's not like
right.
It's not like the right side of him is all rotted off and that's on the high tower side. It's like we got wounds on both sides here.
And to be fair, we have no idea what other pieces of Viserys are missing beneath the robes. We saw some chest and back, but like, is he missing half of his left thigh? Does he have a left shin or knee? Who can say?
Tough. It's really tough.
The taunting begins here because Viserys is making this. He starts the toasting here by toasting Jace, Baela, Luke, Rhaena, and Aegon is taunting Jace as this is happening.
And just being like, I feel like not even Joffrey. If Tywin were giving a speech, Joffrey would sit down and shut up. But no.
Viserys then gives, this is the speech that we opened the episode with, an absolutely beautiful, deeply, deeply sad speech. He is imploring his family to set aside their differences to come together. He says it gladdens them. It gladdens him to see them, but also fills him with sorrow. It's just a reminder of the divide, of how they have fallen apart over the years. And he says, my own face is no longer a handsome one, if indeed it ever was. Patty is just so exceptional here. But tonight I wish you to see me as I am. And again, we've talked about the way the camera is tracking everybody's response. You have to feel and believe that everybody at that table, not everybody, but that the adults at the table are so moved, are so touched and heartbroken by what they are hearing from him, that they are willing to then stand up themselves and reach out to each other. And you do feel that when you look at Alicent, when you look at Rhaenyra, even when you look at Daemon. And
not Aegon and Aemond, though.
No, crucially not. And Joe, I was like,
blonde bitches. Yeah.
I was thinking so much about, during this heart-wrenching speech, Viserys' conversation with Lionel in episode 5, where he's asking how he'll be remembered and thinking about his own legacy and what kind of king he'll be. And he says that he like longs for and wishes that he had been tested, that he had found out what type of man he was in the crucible. Right. This is his crucible. And it always was. And one of the great tragedies of Viserys' life is that he didn't realize it until it was way too late. It's just heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And I love the way that him saying, I wish you to see me as I am, turns around the Rhaenyra Alicent eye for an eye moment. Now they see you as you are, and makes it here something that you should strive for, to try to see each other clearly and recognize who you are, who the person across from you is, so that you can find your way towards some shared understanding.
And there's just too much in the way here already. A roast pig, many other things. Do you know what I mean? Someone's
got to look at the menu more closely before this meal. Just can't have it. Can't have the pig at the table. I'm sorry.
Who gives your favorite speech? Is it Rhaenyra? Is it Alicent? Is it good boy Jace? Or is it our babe Helena?
Whew. I mean, they're all great. We could do a rapid fire through all of them. Rhaenyra standing up and raising her glass struck me because she is the first to stand. And it's once again, Rhaenyra is the first one to reach out with the olive branch. Before, when it happened at the small council, she was the one, as Alicent noted later, who, wary of the fox, she's in the position of strength now, but still recognizes what is necessary and makes the gesture, appealing to Alicent's sense of duty in her words, knowing how meaningful that will be to Alicent, who says, your graciousness moves me deeply, princess. Alicent's in the worst spot now, unlike in episode 6, when she didn't return these words, but here now she does, saying, as we noted before, you will make a fine queen. And we know that she used to believe this. She used to voice this to Otto.
And guess what? I believe her here now.
Me too. I
believe her.
And fueled by her the way that she despises her own son. Yes, fueled by that.
Yeah, partially.
But also by this desire to rekindle this warmth with Rhaenyra, right? Yeah. To hear more from this conversation, follow the Ringerverse on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.